Children, we shall be beginning with the textual questions of this chapter, Snake and the Mirror, contained on page 60 of your literature reader Beehive. I shall be taking up the questions under the section Thinking About the Text. The first question, children. Now, if I read the question, the instruction given here is that you have to answer each question below in a short paragraph, and the word limit should be 30 to 40 words. Now, children, these are all 2-marker questions, and for the 2-marker questions, the word limit is 30 to 40 words. I have already discussed this with you. Remember that your answer should be short and to the point. You must cover up all the details that is given in the book related to the question. So this is a little instruction that I had to give you before I proceed with the explanation of how to go about writing the answer. Now let us pay attention to the first question. The sound was a familiar one. What sound did the doctor hear? What did he think it was? How many times did he hear it? Now you have to answer this in 3 parts, children. You know, such types of questions become all the more easy to answer, children, because it has been divided into 3 parts. So further it has been divided into 3 parts. The sound was a familiar one. Now the first and the foremost thing, children, you have to locate this dialogue in the book. It is contained on page 56, the second paragraph. If you see the second paragraph, I'm reading the paragraph, children, where it is written, I heard a noise from above as I opened the door. The sound was a familiar one. One could say that the rats and I shared the same room. I took out my box of matches and lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. So I have told you where this dialogue is written. So you have to write what sound did the doctor hear. The answer is again contained in this paragraph. What did he think it was? This is also very clear. And how many times did he hear it? Children, again on page number 57, the reference to this sound has been made. Okay, the reference is mentioned here. The reference is given again on page number 57. Now I will not give you all the details. I will just tell you that yes, it is contained on page 57, paragraph 4. Okay, so you will be answering the rest of the questions. And then when and why did the sound stop? Contained again on page 57, paragraph 6. Suddenly there came a dull thud as if a rubber tube had fallen to the ground. Surely nothing to worry about. Even so I thought I would turn around and take a look. Now children, that sound, that dull thud as if a rubber tube had fallen, this was a guesswork of the doctor. He did not know that it was actually a cobra. Now, do you think the rats were also unaware of this fact that there is a cobra in the house? Of course not. So I have given you a hint that when and why did the sounds stop. Okay, so we are done with the first question. Let us move on to the second question now. What 2 important and earth-shaking decisions did the doctor take while he was looking into the mirror? Very easy question, children. Again, it is contained on page 57. And I have also made you mark the answer. So you have to write this answer. It's a direct question from the book. Question number 3. I looked into the mirror and smiled, says the doctor. A little later, he says, I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself. What is the doctor's opinion about himself when he first smiles and he smiles again? Okay, children, now there are 2 questions based on the dialogue given. Okay, I looked into the mirror and smiled. Again, you have to locate where it is written in the book. A little later, he says, I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself. Again, locate where it is written. Children, the two questions asked, you have to answer in the context of when these dialogues were uttered by the doctor. Okay, so you have to answer in reference to the context. Analyze situation 1, analyze situation 2. So you have to analyze the situations and then go about giving the answer. I have discussed this with you. We had discussed why he first smiled, while taking pride in himself, whereas the second, it was quite faint. He was faintly smiling. Okay, it was a feeble smile. I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself. So you have to answer this analyzing the situation. In what way do his thoughts change in between and why? See, the very next line, it is giving us a hint that we need to analyze the two situations and then answer it. Okay, let's move on to the second part now. This story about a frightening incident is narrated in a humorous manner. What makes it humorous? Children, we have already underlined the elements of humor contained in the chapter. And yes, to tone down the effect of fear, incidents of humor have been included. Okay, so to tone down the effect of fear, because it is a story that can make anybody afraid. Now, it should be easy for you, children, because we have already underlined the humorous incidents in the story, the dialogues, okay, and even the speculations, the guesswork that he was making. Okay, all that I have made you underline. Think of the contrasts it presents between dreams and reality. Some of them are listed below. Okay, what is written in the bracket, contrast it present between the dreams and reality. I will be explaining it during the live class tomorrow. Okay, please remind me about this. Okay, now let us look at it. The kind of person the doctor is. From his money, the possessions that he has, the setting of the story has been explained, children, on the very opening, on the first page of the chapter 56. So you need to talk about the kind of person the doctor is. And in what context will you answer? The money that he was earning and the household items that he possessed. Next, the kind of person he wants to be. Again, humorous element contained. What is he commenting about his appearance? What his ambition is, children? Isn't it? He considers himself to be a very handsome man, an eligible bachelor, and he is very obsessed with his looks. He feels that he has a promising career. To be a doctor in the society is no joke. He is a person of importance. Okay, and hence he used to take a lot of pride in himself. So you will be answering this, the kind of person he wants to be, in the context of his appearance and ambition. Okay, let us now move on to the next slide, children. The person he wants to marry. Again, this is narrated in the story in a very humorous manner, children. The person he wants to marry and the person he actually marries. There's a contrast, right? There is a contrast between the two. The person he wants to marry, but actually God does not say a yes to his wish, right? He has his own plans for the doctor. And this is exactly the same way I have explained to you in the lesson. So please go back to the video lesson if you have forgotten the explanation and take the content for writing your answer from the video explanation, children. Please do not copy. Please do not copy. Every time I will be emphasizing on this fact. Children, you have to learn how to write on your own. I have provided you with every material. I have provided you with notes. I have provided you with an explanation which you will not find in any of the help books. Okay, so kindly use that explanation to write your answer. So you have to draw a contrast in what kind of a person he wants to marry, but then he ends up marrying a girl who, it is written, it is very clear. I will not tell you everything. Okay, the third one now, his thoughts when he looks into the mirror and his thoughts when the snake is coiled around his arm. Again, you have to draw a contrast. You have to bring out the difference in the two situations. Remember, it's a situational question. Okay? Write short paragraphs on each of these to get your answer. So you have to draw the contrast, you have to draw the difference. And remember, I don't want any tabular form. You have to write paragraphs on it. It is clearly mentioned that write short paragraphs about 30 words for each of the answers. Okay, let's move on to the next question now. Thinking about language now, children. Here are some sentences from the text. Say which of them tell you that the author was afraid of the snake, was proud of his appearance, had a sense of humor, was no longer afraid of the snake. Okay, there are 4 incident situations mentioned, children, and there are 10 examples from the story. You have to match these situations with the examples. Okay, for example, how do we know that he was afraid of the snake? The first situation, I was turned to stone. Yes, we can say this is one proof. Next, just read it. I was no mere, okay, the arm was beginning to be drained of strength. Okay, he was afraid. He was afraid that his arm was beginning to be drained of strength. He thought that it could cut off and fall down, right? So this also gave him a chill ran down his spine. Okay. The fellow had such a sense of cleanliness. No. Was it trying to make an important decision? No. I tried in my imagination to write, I tried in my imagination to write in bright letters outside my little heart the words, oh God. Means, oh God, he could not murmur. He could not move his lips in fear that the snake might strike him, right, or may bite him. So he thought that if only he could write in bright letters outside his heart, oh God, help me. So yes, this is also an example. So this way, children, there are 4 situations given in total. You need to just match it. I don't want you to, okay, you do this question also in your notebook. You do this question in your notebook, children. The questions that I have just discussed with you, question number 1 and question number 2 has to be done in the notebook. I will give you time. Don't worry, I will give you time. But today I want you to answer question number 1 and question number 2. Okay, tomorrow when we have a live class, I will be telling you which all questions you will be doing. So I'm discussing thinking about language now. Let's move on to the next slide now, children. Okay, the next question now, children. Expressions used to show fear. Children, are you seeing that this story is emphasizing on the word fear, humor? Because these two are the main elements around which the whole story is revolving. So the questions are also based mainly on these 2 elements of fear and humor. Okay? Can you find the expressions in the story that tell you that the author was frightened? Read the story and complete the following sentences. Children, here again they have asked you to read the story. See, children, as and when you get the chance to read the story, please read it. I'm again and again telling you, because it is an MCQ based assessment now, the chapter should be on your fingertips. Read, read and read. That is only the key to good marks. So please read. I was turned now to stone. Whatever it is there in the book, you have to read and then you have to fill in the blanks. I shall take up this discussion. I shall listen to the answers from you all tomorrow in our live class. Okay. Next question 3 now. In the sentence given below, some words and expressions are italicized. Children, italicized means it's written in slant. They are variously mean that one. Okay. Let's look at the questions, children. There are, children, all the points that are given here, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 points, they mean that highly frightened or scared out of my wits. These are the expressions: highly afraid, very frightened, scared. So let us see. Is very frightened, is too scared to move, is frightened by something that happens suddenly. Of course, if something happens suddenly, something fearful, it will make one afraid, makes another feel frightened. So these are all expressions. Now what you have to do, you have to match the meanings with the words or expressions in italics and write the appropriate meaning next to the sentence. The first one they have done as example: I knew a man was following me. Okay, I knew a man was following me. Children, here I would like to give you a little explanation. I knew a man was following me. You know how we can rewrite this sentence? I knew that 2 eyes were following me. Okay, this is another way to write it. 2 eyes were following me. Instead of the whole man, I have used a part. Synecdoche. Synecdoche. S-Y-N-E-C-D-O-C-H-E. Synecdoche. It's a literary expression used, children. A literary device used here. For a part, for a whole, when a part is used. So instead of saying a man, I said eyes, as if 2 eyes were following me. So I've used a part. So what was its result? I was scared out of my wits. Scared out of my wits, in brackets they have given very frightened or highly frightened. Okay, so scared out of my wits, it's written in with a little slant. It is known as written in italics. Okay, let's move on to the next slide now. I got a fright when I realized how close I was to the cliff edge. I got a fright. Now this was sudden, all of a sudden. Okay, I reached the cliff and then I got a fright. I will not be giving you the answers, but yes, you do it on your own. I shall be taking this discussion up tomorrow during the live class. So I will be again taking this chapter up just to discuss the question answers, children, and rest what is left we shall do it in the book tomorrow. Similarly, question number 3, he nearly jumped out of his skin when he saw the bull coming towards him. Yes, nearly jumped out of his skin. Children, I want you to use them in your sentences. Tomorrow I will give you a classwork based on it. You really gave me a fright when you crept up behind me like that. Okay, wait until I tell the story. I will make your hair stand on end. Yes. Paralyzed with fear, the boy faced his abductors. Okay. The boy hid behind the door, not moving a muscle. Okay. Children, I have also used one expression off and on while explaining you the chapter. A chill ran down my spine. This is another expression. I am again repeating it. The 8th one you can write the expression. A chill ran down my spine, and frame a sentence with this expression. Okay, I shall take up the discussion of the answers tomorrow in our live class, children. Today, your homework is question number 1 and 2, and the rest of it, children, with pencil, you will do it in the book. There is space provided. So in the book only, you will be doing it with a pencil. Tomorrow, when I have discussed the answer with you, you can transfer the work in your fair. Okay, but today, question number 1 and question number 2, you have to do as homework in your notebook. Thank you, class.